What is up, guys? Breach445 here, and I'm here with
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. We'll just go with Nighthawk. Um, Today we are actually not going to be playing a game together or anything like that. We are going to do a podcast. I don't know if it was a year, months, whatever. A little bit ago, not me and him specifically, but I started up no, um, I started up a podcast, and then the two people I tried it with bailed on me, and then I could never get a hold of them again. Personally, I think they were Somali pirates. I'm kidding. Um, but um, but yeah. So today we're doing that. I will probably start playing a game in a minute or two, but for now, you guys just get to stare at my desk screen and listen to my lovely, lovely voice and Nighthawks. Today we are talking about the gaming industry. The goods, the bads, the really, really ugly, the shady DLC. So, Nighthawk, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch, or as I like to call it, a good idea with terrible execution. So,
Yep.
um, do you know about the stupidity of how they're gonna have the online interaction?
I know a little bit about it. You could probably refresh me on that though.
Okay, so you know how with the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, the Wii U, the Xbox 360, the original Xbox, and basically every other console known to man, um, you had all your social interactions on the console itself, right? It was built right in. The interface was really nice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with the Nintendo bullcrap, um, it's not like that. You actually have to get a mobile companion app just to play online.
Yeah, that's pretty much nonsense to me.
I would agree. My only concern is, will it be used for two-step verification? And I mean, that's not the biggest deal breaker. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but I understand you're making a portable console hybrid, which honestly is a great idea. I mean, come on, think about it. Taking Grand Theft
Yeah, it
Auto.
is.
I mean, well, it wouldn't be Grand Theft Auto, but they do have Skyrim in the works to port that.
Yeah.
So taking Skyrim on the go, like I have family in Illinois, and I can only imagine, that's a 3-day car ride from where I'm at right now. Having Skyrim or freaking Fallout or GTA anything or just anything that's open
Yeah, some
world, the
some
ability to,
some AAA game in that category.
yeah, exactly, some open world AAA game would be amazing. And I will admit that I have never used the Switch, I've never touched it, held it in my hands, anything like that. But I will say that I did have a DS, the DSi, when it kind of came out. And my biggest thing was they were all side scrollers. Every single AAA port of a game was side scrollers. There was no
Yeah.
3D. It was really bad and really annoying. And it was really just a portable game. It felt like you were playing a game on a cell phone, and it just wasn't worth the money. But with this,
Yeah.
it might be, but I don't know. I haven't held one in my hand or used one yet.
I
Um,
mean, personally, and myself, I mean, I did like the DS. I mean, I had all three generations of them up until the new Nintendo 3DS XL, whatever they want to call it.
oh,
Up
3DS
to
XL.
that, I've had yeah, the new one, whatever it was with the amiibo stuff. But other than that, I mean, I had all three generations of the DS. I mean, I personally, that's what I started off with when I was a lot younger. I thought they were great at the time, but it's now looking at the PSP and the Vita and stuff. I don't know how, like, if I could say that again after seeing what's out there now, you know. So
Yeah, because what's out there now
then
is
again,
is
the then
actually
again, the
it's
PSP is in a category of its own. I think personally. I mean, handheld. I mean, yeah, it's a handheld. But I mean, to me, it's kind of in another category, personally.
yeah, I would agree with that. And I don't know if you moved something while you were saying that last sentence, but that sounded really great. Go back to that, whatever you were doing.
What?
I don't know. Did you?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just don't worry about it. I just don't know what game to play, which is fine. This is supposed to be a podcast, so I guess I'll just lift the audio or something. I'll figure something out. Oh, you know what? I can play Battlefront. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. My biggest thing though is paying for online. And Nighthawk and I, we both have Xbox Ones. So you might be saying, well, that's hypocritical that you don't want to pay for online, but yet you have a subscription to Xbox Live. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but the thing is, I mean,
go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna pay more money. I mean, I've never had to charge to play online with Nintendo up until like the 3DS, until they started to do whatever they were doing there. I didn't have my 3DS long enough to really notice or care. So, but up until that point, I mean, I've really never paid for a subscription for really anything to play online.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm not
the,
a big PC person either, so I don't pay for like that on subscriptions for what's it called, World of Warcraft, if they even still do that, you know.
I would pay. The only game I would pay for a subscription for on PC is Star Trek Online or DC Universe Online, but that's it. But the thing is, with I think all of the uh, things, you get a free game. You get a few. I don't know how many with the
You
PlayStation
get 4
4.
free games. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is with PlayStation, but with Xbox, I mean, everybody should know you get 4 free games a month,
It,
unless if they're doing something special, obviously.
yeah, you get 4 if you have an Xbox One, 2 if you have a 360. Um, but with the Switch, they're copping out. Um, But the Switch, they're gonna give you, I think it's 2, it might be 1, but I think it's 2, free ROMs a month. And in case you don't know what a ROM is, Super Nintendo, that kind of era. Or as I'm gonna call it, the Pixel era. Um, but, and I mean, that'd be fine, because honestly, there are some pretty great games on there are some pretty great Super Nintendo games, and, Nintendo games in general, they're pretty great. But
Yeah,
you don't
definitely.
keep them forever. You have to give them back. They're
That makes
they're
sense.
basic they're basically free trials. That's basically what they are. They're basically like the free to play days and Xbox One. Oh, and I forgot about that. Xbox One has that same kind of thing, except they're doing big AAA titles.
Yeah, they're. I think again. I mean, well, a couple days ago, I know it was Battlefield 1 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and
Oh,
then I know whoever Infinity Ward or whoever was sitting there playing decided to make Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Whoever made that,
I
that's
think it's
from what I
Infinity
know.
Ward.
I saw on some social media site earlier today that's having another free trial weekend or whatever. So that's
Okay.
something you guys could probably go and pick up and grab. That's still going on.
Hashtag shameless plug. But I don't know. I don't think honestly that it's worth. First of all, you would give us a ROM, which giving us a ROM is completely fine. That's completely okay. But let us keep it at least. I mean, come on. I have a Super Nintendo emulator right here on my computer. Actually, you know what? I'll play a game from it just to prove it. I have to change my input though. I have a Super Nintendo emulator right here, and the big thing about it is I can get the stuff for free. I just go online and I download a ROM set, which is freaking it's every single NES game made in the States or Japan. I don't know. It,
Yeah,
it has some Japanese. I know that. But it's like, come on, man. Let's be real here. This isn't right to ask people to pay for something that they could quite honestly and quite frankly get for free. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
if I can get it for free, I'm not going to pay for it. I mean,
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
and
exactly. I
movies
mean,
and AAA
that,
games are another ballpark because then you're
yeah, I mean,
entering the
if you,
world of piracy. But
yeah,
but I mean, even then, I'll fully admit, uh, I may or may not have watched a few movies. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah,
but only one or two. And while that is illegal, and I at the time did not know they were illegal. Yeah, I'll laugh it up. But at the time I really didn't know. Now I do, and I
but
won't watch it again because I don't.
yeah. Honestly, I'm just. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, honestly, I mean, the way the world is, nobody really cares. You know, I mean, I've done it too. I'm guilty. So, but yeah,
Yeah, it's just one of those dumb things, like those really, really, really dumb things.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I understand. They got to make their money off of it. You know, I mean, I
yeah,
totally understand that.
but let us keep the freaking game if you're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, let us keep it. There's no excuse for not being able to keep it. There's not an excuse
Exactly.
in the world.
Honestly, I mean, the only thing that really, personally to me, that draws me to the Nintendo Switch the most is the portability of it. Otherwise, I mean, I probably won't even touch it. You know, I
I mean,
mean,
I might, but I'm not gonna buy one until first of all there are more than 3 games. I mean, for real,
yeah,
like 3 games
yeah. I
is.
mean, from what I've seen of the Nintendo Switch, I mean, from things I've seen on YouTube, it doesn't really look like it's had a really good start off. Because I mean, there's videos I've seen people, but these people have had really bad experiences with it, where things just breaking and freezing and making uh, a ear a really yeah, it's just a really bad noise. It's horrible. I
Um,
mean, it's just
ah,
absolutely horrible.
too loud. Yeah, and not only that though, but I just saw this today from Game Ranks, from another article, and I went and read the article. But I forgot what it is. So if I remember to put it in there, I'll put it in the description. But uh, the the absolute worst thing was that um was that there was I'm really struggling to think. The what? Hey, what the fudge? Okay. Here we go. Mute sound. Uh, but just the thing was the oh, there we go. Docking it with the switch. You know how that switch has the dock, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, well, doing that, no joke, would could potentially scratch the switch, like the screen of the tablet itself.
Mhm.
It's like, are you
Yeah,
for real? I mean, seriously? Like, no kidding here?
yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
if I were to get a Switch, this looking at the price tag of that thing, I don't know honestly if I'd want to take that thing outside. I mean, there's risks of dropping it. I'm pretty
Wow,
sure they'll have those things where you can strap around your wrist. I forget what they're called, but you should know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I guess they'll have that to where you can strap it to your wrist so you won't drop it. But
But still,
I
yeah.
mean, there's that huge chance someone, could steal it. You could drop it and break it. The
Yeah,
whole array of things.
but I mean,
I'm just saying. Just saying
but
for that price tag, I don't think I'd risk it for that.
well, the Switch is only
Personally,
three.
I'm not a.
Hang on. The Switch is only $300, and
Yeah,
and I
for me, that's a pretty hefty price tag. So
yeah, and I understand that, but a tablet, you know what I mean? A just a standard tablet's about that much, about. And I understand the whole argument of you're right, it is $300 that could get lost or something, but you know they'd have a warranty, or the store's
yeah,
got a warranty or something.
that's you got a valid point right there. But
Because
just saying.
if
I mean, it's just like it's obviously gonna have a warranty, but why would you want to go and ship it off to Nintendo, depending if you get the in-store warranty or the warranty from them? Why would you want to go and have to ship it off if you didn't get that store warranty?
well, yeah, and I understand that, but the DS wasn't. What was it? How much was the DS? Like
It
150,
started
200, something like that, right?
if I remember correctly, the 3DS launched it around $200, $215, I believe.
Okay, so the Switch is in that ballpark. It's not the exact, and it's a little more expensive. But I don't think your complaint there is very valid. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but the way it sounds like you're comparing the Switch to DS. You
Yes,
know,
I am.
the DS. It's just like I don't really think the DS was ever $300.
True, but I mean, again, when you think about what you're getting and the AAA experience on the go, I mean, I'd be willing to, but I'd have to have a case for it. Like the DS, you
Yeah,
have that case. Uh, so I understand where you're coming from. I just don't agree with it.
yeah, totally. I understand. I know where you're coming from with it too. Obviously, a ton of people is gonna they're gonna buy that and they're gonna go take it to McDonald's or the Starbucks or wherever they go to hang out for Wi-Fi when they're not at home.
Yeah, but
Personally myself, just looking at the way the world is, honestly, wouldn't buy that in good conscience just to go somewhere and have it yanked out of my hands. You know.
Yeah, and in all legitimacy, the fact that there's no it's not going to launch with a browser, it's not going to launch with any kind of media. That's a big deal. That's not just,
Yeah.
that's not just
Yeah. I mean,
something.
if I do buy one, it's gonna be when all that stuff is available. I'm not gonna buy that right away.
I feel you there, because I'm not gonna buy one right now. Even if, let's say somebody walked up to me and said, "Okay, here's here's 300, 400 bucks. I'm gonna buy a PC. I'm not gonna buy a Switch right now. It's not worth it. Not with 3 games, no media, no nothing, and it's supposed to compete with the Xbox. Are you for real?"
Honestly, right at the moment, I just don't see that. I mean, okay, Skyrim on the go. I mean, I can see where it's starting to compete because hey, Xbox can't do that unless you're doing that Play Anywhere thing.
But
But
then
then Windows
again,
10 PC, and not everybody has those computers,
yeah,
let
but
alone the computers that can handle a game. You know.
I mean, that being said, you can just take a laptop with you, and it's almost the same thing if you have a good one. And I understand that, like you just said, they're a little more expensive, but it's like there's no real value in the Switch right now.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good
other
concept, but there's just no value.
other okay, so say like Skyrim,
Mm.
you can have Skyrim, probably Minecraft on that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Minecraft
and
on that.
then there's the Nintendo the Nintendo fan favorites on it, like Mario and Zelda,
And
like Donkey
Kir
Kong,
and
whatever,
Kirby
and
and that kind of
Kirby
stuff.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
hear you.
mean, you won't really be able to get those games on PC unless you get the really old ones that people are just emulating, putting out on emulators.
Hashtag emulation game, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, right, yeah, like right at the point for me right now. I mean, if I were to buy one, which I'm more than likely not until it's like literally dirt cheap. So it's just like I don't really see the point of it if it's just gonna have most games that PC or these other consoles or
Uh,
some device, whatever you play on, if it already has it, why buy another device just to play it? Which I mean,
yeah, I
understand
can.
people aren't just gonna do that. I mean, they're gonna buy it for like these other games.
Hang on. I'm in a game right now and it's just blaring. Okay, there we go. You can talk now.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really see the point of getting it if like 50% of the games that aren't Nintendo made only.
Mm-hmm.
Like say you're gonna say, we'll just say you get your Call of Duties on it, your Battlefield, whatever you
Which
may
won't be
play.
on there because Nintendo. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's just
Nintendo, like
say,
Grand Theft Auto. Granted, only Grand Theft Auto that was on a Nintendo device was the Chinatown Wars on DS.
which
That was
wasn't
like,
bad, but still.
and then I other than probably, I don't know, Call of Duty, which is on the Wii U. Like other than that, only really truly violent game I could probably see on there is probably the Assassin's Creed series,
Which honestly,
then
I would
Call of
buy
Duty,
that. Assassin's Creed.
then the
If
Zombies game.
I'm not kidding, if they put Assassin's Creed on the Switch, I would go out and buy a Switch. But then again, I'm a humongous, I love all the Assassin's Creed games, even the one that most people don't like. Of 3 and what is it? What are the ones people don't like? 3 and no people. Yeah, 3 and Unity. I've never played Unity, so I can't speak to Unity. But there are even the ones that
I
people
think
don't like.
Unity's pretty cool. At least I like the fact that the co-op open world on that. That's the only thing that would sell me about it. That would make me want to get it.
Yeah, but I mean, it launched really buggily. Buggily? Is that even a
Yeah,
word? Like, did I just
it
invent
is
a new
now.
word? I think I just invented a new word.
But I mean, continuing, like at least with Assassin's Creed, I do have to say the open world didn't feel that giving. I have to be quite honest with you, it didn't feel that giving.
Giving? What do you mean?
Like looking at all the other Assassin's Creeds, at least like say 4. Can't really say anything about 1 or 2 because I haven't played much of 2.
I
Yeah,
have, and I
played.
can say that one, I don't consider one an open world. Two was a freaking huge overworld, and three was different. Four was good, and that's the only ones I played.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get. Yeah, I mean, like the Assassin's Creed three's open world didn't feel that giving for an open world game.
Oh, you mean it
It
giving?
felt
You
pretty
mean big?
small.
By giving, you mean big?
Yes, yeah,
Well, I disagree with you on
yeah,
three. I mean, I see why you feel that way, but I just disagree.
yeah. I mean, like, go look at Assassin's Creed 4. I mean, I know you can't really compare those two a whole lot,
No,
you
you really
know.
can't. You really can't,
Yeah,
man. But
I'm just saying for an open world game, personally to me, three, like it wasn't open to me as much as the other ones were.
yeah, yeah. I, you are right in all reality, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. You know, it's like,
Yeah, but getting back to the Switch though,
yeah,
you
getting.
know.
Mm, wow.
But yeah, I mean, to me, it seems like it's. I mean, the way it's starting off, it seems like it's going to be lacking quite a few good games, you know.
Yeah, and features. Like, no Netflix? Come on the Switch?
Yeah, you know, it doesn't seem very family friendly right now. You know, it's just like it has no games, like no media to speak of whatsoever. I mean, yeah, true, it is coming in the future, but still, you know,
But it's not here now.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. The Switch to me it just doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I mean, the precedent it sets is amazing. The idea of a portable game console that might, I think honestly that that would have the potential to uh, bring back the console over PC because for a while there it was kind of console over PC. But
yeah,
as of right
yeah,
this second, I
yeah.
don't think so.
Like, I want to kind of go over something I was saying earlier, you know, about PC being better. I mean, obviously, everybody knows PC is better, but like I was saying, you know, all these games you could get on PC that may be coming to the Switch, you know. I mean, not everybody can afford a high-end PC, you know, because games on the PC, they're getting more demanding every day, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't have money to spend on a high-end PC.
I
I know
don't
not
either.
everybody does, but the time you spend like the three to $400 on the Switch, I mean, with the accessories like that charging handle or whatever it is for it, that's like $50 alone. You know, I mean, that's like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation 4 controller,
Oh
and
yeah, and
again,
how
I
much?
can't.
Hang on. Let me Google something real quick. How much is the? I want to know how much is the Pro controller? Like, hang on, Nintendo. Because you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Nintendo Switch, uh, Pro, Pro. Okay, Nintendo Switch Pro controller. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller is, let's see. I'm right now looking on, uh, just the internet in general. Okay, so for a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, the cheapest I have found one. Okay, actually, okay, the most expensive I found one is 122, and the least expensive is $73. But
Yeah. See, I
that's
mean, that's
ridiculous.
That's
The
more than an Xbox controller.
and
We'll
if
just go back to PC for a quick second there. I mean, that's probably like a new power supply or some graphics card, like low-end graphics card for you right there alone.
yeah, okay, and then an Xbox One controller, just a new Xbox One controller from let's see. Okay, you can pick one up on let's see, what is this lead? I can't tell. It looks like the Microsoft Store itself. $29.99 for a Microsoft. That's actually an S controller, which is even cheaper or even
No,
better.
it must be running a sale or something. I don't know if that's right.
29.66. Okay, and one for 66. The Elites are 124. So with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, you're approaching almost elite levels. In the elite, you can switch out your height of your joysticks, what kind of D-pad you have, your bumpers. You've got the two remappable buttons. It's a lot more than what they're asking for the.
And I mean that looks like a pretty impressive. That's a pretty impressive controller. I mean, looking at the Nintendo Switch, what can you do with that?
Yeah,
You know?
and then for a Joy-Con, like just one Joy-Con, or sorry, a Joy-Con set. Holy crap! Holy freaking crap! Are you kidding me? Look at this, guys. That they can see what my computer screen is seeing. So
Yeah, yeah.
$119.98.
Yeah, so I
Okay,
mean, when you think about the
like
family-friendly
holy
thing about the Switch,
fudge. Okay,
the numbers, those are not friendly for most
look.
families, you know, because
Okay, I found
most
one
families
for.
are pretty budget. I mean, most families are pretty budgeted when
Okay,
it comes to kids and video games.
yeah, and just for the strap, the little strap that you put on yours, those are $7. Those are $8. I mean,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
you might as well go to the Dollar Tree. You could probably find one there, Dollar General, wherever you may be. You know, you
Mm,
could probably find those there for $1. You know, and if you're
mm.
desperate, you could just get some rubber bands and rub around your wrist, and then put in there. That'd work just as good. You know.
Yeah, it's nuts, and it's not right, and it's highway robbery, and
Yeah, for once, I'm glad to say Nintendo is finally getting into the highway robbery business. I mean, Nintendo or not Nintendo, Microsoft and Sony. I mean, they've been kind of in. I don't know about highway robbery with Sony so much, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, they've been in this business for quite a while. You know, I mean, video games are not cheap. You know, so
no, they're not. They're like what, $60 a pop?
yeah, I mean that's for a brand new AAA game like Battlefield 1. Look at it. And then there's what else? Even some Nintendo games. You know, I mean, look at them. They're expensive.
Yeah, they really are. It's just like this is just the gaming industry is
Yeah,
so
I
expensive.
mean, yeah, I mean, for video games themselves, like buying video games, you know, okay, for what has to be done with the video games, you know, how they have to make them, that I could justify spending like $60 on a game. I mean, as long as it's good, you know, obviously. I mean, if it's a good game, you know, I mean, they put time and effort, you know, into it. You know, most games, I mean, they can take to a few years to make. I mean, depending on where you're coming from. I mean, I mean, if it's like that, I mean, haven't people gotten tired of buying Mario games by now? You
Oh,
know,
no one's gonna get tired of buying Mario games. No one will
I
ever.
mean, I guess. I mean, personally, myself, I mean, it's kind of just almost a little much to spend $60 on a Mario game, of all
True.
things, you know.
Yeah, very true. Um, I'm just gonna send you an image real quick because I think it's funny, and I'm really just farting around on my computer while we're talking, just so that you know, just for effect. I'm gonna send you a picture. Hang on. But anyway, like what I don't know. It's like just gaming in general is a fun pastime, but it's just not. It's just too expensive. Is really what it is.
Yeah,
It's just far, far, far too expensive.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, if it's a good game, I wouldn't mind spending the money on a good game, you know. I mean, if I'm just buying another crappy sequel, I mean, kudos to Nintendo. Mario was a really good game. I'm just more saying, like, I mean, if it's just gonna be more of the same each year, with them, every Mario game they're gonna come out with. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not so much against Mario and then the games that they make, but it just seems like it's just gonna be more of the same, you know.
Yeah, it
I
really
guess
does.
I guess they are stepping it up a bit. I mean, I don't keep up with them and what they do whatsoever, so meaning if what I'm saying makes no sense, then I'm sorry, just because I don't keep up with them. So,
No, it makes
yeah,
perfect sense. Okay, look at what I just sent you.
yeah. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Let's see.
I
Lol.
yeah, that's pretty funny actually to me. But it's just I don't know. The gaming industry to me is you've got your good publishers and you've got your bad publishers, and when you have good publishers, it's amazing. When you have bad publishers, holy crap, man. Ooh,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
Let's bring up some kind of old news, some kind of relatively old news. Um, Digital Homicide. Have you heard about that? The whole incident with Jim Sterling and Digital Homicide?
mm,
What?
uh, I honestly probably haven't kept up with that. Go ahead and educate me on that. What's going on there?
Okay, just a heads up before I start talking about it to the audience. If I get anything wrong, let me know because I know it, but I don't know if I can explain it. I will take a crack at it, but don't rip me apart in the comments, as someone has already typed and sent a malicious message. Um,
People.
yeah. But anyway, Jim Sterling made a video, a first impressions video about a game called The Slaughtering Grounds. And it was god awful. It was pretty bad. And it like there you had to hold the gun for the ammo that you wanted because the dev couldn't you know program ammo types. There was no exit level. There was no level exit. You had to wait for an arbitrary time limit. It was bad in every single possible and conceivable way. And then Digital Homicide releases a thing called Review the Reviewer, which was a passive
Mm,
aggressive, borderline aggressive, but passive aggressive thing about Jim Sterling, about how he's an idiot and how he's just a moron for not reviewing the game properly. And then there was this back and forth, and it all culminated in them trying to sue him because stupidity. And it was just one of the most shady incidents. I really can't do it justice. Just go look it up. Like, look it up on
mm-hmm.
YouTube, and we'll talk about it next week. But, yeah, it was bad. It was really horrific. Um, I don't understand it. I think it's messed up, but hey, whatevs.
Yeah.
Like, you better be glad you're not, but, oh, the gaming industry is dumb, bottom line. And I think for the time being, we're going to keep these podcasts to 30 minutes, and we have gone over that time frame slightly. So we're going to close it out. I'm going to close it out by saying Happy Friday, everyone. And Nighthawk's going to say whatever Nighthawk's going to say.
No, just kidding. Yeah, have a good Friday, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Come back next week for more.
Yep.
Decides to do
Well,
things.
actually, we might be doing this monthly. I think I should say that this is probably going to end up being a monthly thing. I don't know, because Nighthawk's going to be moving, so it kind of depends on his schedule. It's going to range from weekly to monthly, or bi-monthly at the most. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But bye.